I wasn't diagnosed with it, but I think for sure I must have been undiagnosed as being ADD, because my imagination was all over the place. But man, show me one Fortune 500 company CEO that does not have ADD. How do you think they can keep up with all these things? Because they're multitaskers.
So I think a lot about youth and the beginning and things of that nature. When I ask you that question, when did being creative first hit the scene?
Well, I didn't know I was being creative. What I thought is I was just being a young kid with an imagination like all of you. It's only when, society in the system, which is not perfect, it's fixed, it's not broken. It needs to be broken and healed again in the right way. But that system tells you that, you have too much imagination. I wasn't diagnosed with it, but I think for sure I must have been undiagnosed as being ADD, because my imagination was all over the place. But man, show me one Fortune 500 company CEO that does not have ADD. How do you think they can keep up with all these things? Because they're multitaskers. And they might not be so proud of it, but that's who they are, and it's the reason why they can function on such a high level. For me, I think we just the system has to change. Not all children process information the same way. Not all children apply information the same way. Some of you are graphic learners, so you're like avid readers, you read all the time. But then some of you are more visual, right? You need to see it. And some of you are auditory. You need to hear it. You're better when you hear things, right? But then they would tell you, oh, there's a disability. No. You're learning differently. Just like we don't refer to our brothers and sisters or fellow human beings as disabled, they're differently abled. You are a different learner, period.
Excited. I'm starstruck right now, actually, because I'm here with my two favorite content creators in the NFT space, Mr. Nick, Nip and Nick. You have so many different nicknames, and the great Pio Vincenzo.
The great Pio Vincenzo.
The great Pio Vincenzo from Italy now. Are you guys excited? Are you enjoying VEECON?
Yes.
What's your favorite part so far about it?
Just meeting people like yourself from the community.
Yeah? Have you met a lot of your fans?
A surprising number.
And you guys have like the biggest morning show, so I'm not surprised. I was like, you guys were on my list, like people I need to meet no matter what. So
here we are.
I'm very excited to be here.
We want to get on your podcast.
I actually wanted to get you guys on my podcast, but I don't know how can we make that happen.
You're gonna have to contact
our assistant.
Your assistant.
I basically saw that I had a couple people on a podcast that I had started about stocks, and they were discussing NFTs, and I was like, wow, this is a big thing. And so I started just interviewing people.
Yeah.
And I spent about 6 weeks interviewing people before I even bought any NFT. And in contrast to my investment allocation to the other people who are here on stage, mine is quite minimal.
What was it that made you say, oh, this is a thing?
I remember the moment. I don't know if you remember your moment, but I remember the moment that it clicked for me. What clicked for me was, even though we were looking at a lot of things, and we were looking at Dapper investing. I have an investment fund with Ashton Kutcher, and we were making lots of investments in this space, but I wasn't paying attention to this NFT business. I had no idea what it was. It was something crypto-based, and my friend Nick Adler, who's here somewhere, and he works with Snoop, he called me up and said, are you paying attention to this NFT stuff? And I think we're looking at Dapper, I don't know, I don't really understand it. He's like, no, are you paying attention? This is great for talent.
Okay, what's up guys? I'm here. Oh, you're tall. See,
yeah,
I have to do this. I'm here with Jas, and he met Gary yesterday. Tell me, what was it like, and what did he tell you?
It was cool. He was taking pictures with his fans, like right here,
and yeah, just stopped by, said hello. We brought some unopened Zero Cool cards. We wanted to open them with him, so we're just kind of hanging around and kind of waiting for him to show up.
Okay, we are here. It's day 2 of VEECON, and I'm here with Leila. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm so excited.
What's been your favorite part so far about VEECON?
So yesterday, Deepak Chopra
he was amazing.
Spoke on stage, and he led a guided meditation at the end, and just some of the things he said was so profound. So that was awesome. And then I got to give Gary a hug and take a selfie, so that's obviously a highlight.
That is always a highlight. Yeah,
always a highlight.
What's your message for the people who didn't make it this year? What would you tell them?
Well, for sure buy a V1 if you can.
Yes.
But if not, even if not, it's still possible to come as it gets closer to the event because you can just buy the ticket. So, you know, either way.
You gotta make it next year. Now we're waiting to see if Gary shows up around here. Still lots to come for day 2. See you later.
So I want to start by asking you guys a basic question. Rewind all the way back to when you guys were kids. What did you want to be when you grew up?
To be honest with you, I wanted to be a fireman. This is kind of the kid's answer. I mean, I can remember actually going into a career choices thing in the library at my school, and they said, what do you want to be? Pick 3 things. I said, I want to be a fireman, I'm going to work in a factory, or I want to be a pop star.
Yep.
And the woman said, okay, well, we'll put pop star very down the bottom.
So you said pop star?
Yeah, I did. Careers day, yeah. But it was more, for me, the one thing I've always struggled with is whether I did what I did to make my family proud, or there was something I actually wanted to do.
Logan, what about you? What did you want to be?
I wanted to be everything.
Love it.
I really wanted to be everything. I remember when I was a kid, at one point I wanted to be an author. I wrote a book when I was like 7. Then I wanted to be a track star. I wanted to be an athlete, like a famous NFL player, like every other kid. Veterinarian and content creator, actor, all these things. And ironically, because of the foundation that I was able to build via social media, now, and I say this with privilege, I get to do all the things that I like ever wanted to do, you know?
It's amazing, and I think your resume now does reflect doing a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Bueno, eso ha sido el día 2 de VEECON, ha llegado al final. Ahora voy a ir a una meetup con los chicos de Nifty Portal que entrevisté hace un ratito. Bueno, no fue hace un ratito, fue hace un par de horas ya, pero anteriormente aquí en el blog. Y en la noche hay una fiesta para holders de World of Women. Voy a ver si logro ir ahí. En todo caso, espero que estés disfrutando este vlog, y si ha sido así, déjame un comentario, dale me gusta al video, suscríbete, activa las notificaciones, y me encantaría verte aquí el próximo año. Eso sí, tienes que hablar inglés porque no hay traducción de las charlas ni nada, pero sí hay hartas personas de Latinoamérica, de Europa, de España, me encontré con muchos latinos, así que feliz por eso. Alright guys, I bumped into the president of VeeFriends, none other than Andy Grainek. How are you today? How are you feeling about this event?
We are at, I guess you could call it day 3, including the welcome party.
Yes.
Everyone's having a lot of fun. I'm having fun.
Yeah, I know. I feel like yesterday were 2 days. I mean, I cannot believe yesterday was just yesterday. Like, so much has happened. Are things going according to what you guys expected?
Things will never go according to plan when you're doing a live event, but everyone's having a really good time, and it's a combination of entertainment, activities, and
I'm so tiny. Next
content and education, which is exactly what we planned. So at the highest level, yes.
Yes. Are you guys taking some learnings for next time?
Absolutely. You know, this is really the first event that Gary's ever thrown. He had Agent 2021, but aside from that, this is the first one. So there's tons of learnings, and I think that's what we're most excited for, is to take these learnings and weigh it against VeeCon 2023.
Awesome. Any surprises for the last day?
Surprises for the last day? I mean, Snoop Dogg and Gary, you can't get more epic than that, man.
You can't get more
epic.
So
I'm super excited for that. Other than that, I think tonight's performance is going to be really good with Miguel, and I'm just looking forward to the community gathering again at the main stage and having a good time.
Looking forward to that as well. Thank you so much, Andy. Great to meet you.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Good morning. Today is the 3rd and last day of VeeCon, and I am walking here with these lovely ladies. Please introduce yourselves.
Jessica.
And
also Jessica.
Oh, you're both named Jessica, right?
both from Oregon.
Both from Oregon, and they both came here for the conference. What was your favorite part about VEECON?
I loved connecting with tons of people. I feel like I missed some of the like side stage stuff, but I was always talking with really amazing people.
Yeah, same, great people, and actually speaking with people who know what you're talking about. It's pretty fantastic.
I know, being able to use all the techno-babble words, and people actually understand you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, same for me. The most valuable thing has been the connections. And Jessica here was really kind. She got me she got me a bottle of empathy wine.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
I brought too much with me and my bag is too heavy, and I thought that the international people who could not order it needed a bottle.
Oh, that's really thoughtful.
VEECON has been amazing. We have met so many amazing people. The access has been unbelievable. And yeah, that's what we're going to keep. And next year it's going to be VEECON reunion.
VEECON reunion?
Yep.
Are you coming next year?
I'm going to come every year.
We're going to come every year. What was your favorite part of the whole experience?
My favorite part of the whole experience was just talking, having relationships with people that I've already met, and new people that I've known on Discord, and new people that we met here.
Same for me, absolutely.
Yeah.
You mentioned long form generative art, and I'm just curious if you can talk about the difference between short form and long form.
Sure. Yeah, so, you know, I mentioned this distinction of previously I could curate these outputs, right, and I could kind of cherry pick, and I'm working with like small pieces of output, but it really changes the game to move to this non-curated model and to this model of creating a large set of output. To me, it felt like a distinct step forward for generative art. And by the way, generative art has existed since the 1960s. Arguably, it's been a component of work since before that, but at least algorithmic artwork has been around since the 1960s.
You did so much for me. You created the real-life versions of the words that you've sent for me. The truth is the truth. The truth is fucking undefeated. You can make pretend for a minute. You will get exposed. I promise. Nobody's won that game. History will get you. Even if you've been dead for 500 years. History will get you. So let me promise you, as we get off stage here and as we all segue out, first, this has been ridiculous. By show of sound, who's coming back next year? Hold on. Just because you're in the second section, the third section, and the corner, I need a little bit more effort. I really need to understand who the fuck's coming back next year. We're going to the fucking moon, motherfucker! Where the fuck do you think we're going? There will be ups and downs that are not in our control. I will make plenty of mistakes because I'm a human being, but let me promise you the biggest confusion of them all, even greater than kindness, is the answer. We as a society, have somehow eliminated intent out of the equation. We are so quick to point fingers and cancel and shit on people because of our own pain that we have completely somehow taken intent out of the equation. Let there be no confusion to this community. My intent for all of you is always and forever going to be phenomenal. Not because I'm the sweetest guy on earth, but because I'm unbelievably capable of being happy and achieving what I want, not at your expense, but with you coming along for this motherfucking ride. I want to remind you of some subtle things that are not talked about enough. Number one, never, ever, ever be ashamed or disappointed in selling a V-friend if you need those dollars to make your family or your situation better. It is not an indication on you. I take that absolutely not as anything towards me. I need you to win. I've already fucking won. Number two, just because this needs to start getting out there in education, and Jeremy, I see you with your hat, and I expect you to make some content on this.
Ha finalizado. VEECON estuvo increíble. Estoy feliz de haber venido, a pesar de haber pasado estos días con este resfrío. Lo bueno es que al final no me impidió pasarlo bien, no me impidió compartir con tanta gente increíble que conocí acá. Fue una súper experiencia, te la recomiendo 100%, 100%. Pero creo que lo que más me gustó, y seguramente ya lo notaste, ¿no?, de todas las personas con las que compartí aquí en el blog, lo que más me gustó fue compartir con otras personas, precisamente. A pesar de que hubo unos speakers increíbles, siempre lo más positivo de este tipo de experiencias es compartir con las personas. Un par de cosas relevantes que dijo Gary antes de que acabara la conferencia, ¿no?, cuando cerró. Fue una de las últimas cosas que dijo Gary fue que en el otoño, ¿no?, otoño de Estados Unidos, o sea, final de septiembre, principio de octubre, por ahí, va a haber una sorpresa para todas las personas que tengan un ticket de VEECON. Sea que hayas venido o no a la conferencia, mientras tengas un ticket de la primera edición de VEECON, va a haber una colaboración, algo, yo creo que va a haber algún tipo de NFT, pero lo interesante es que es con Snoop Dogg, ¿ya? Así que eso fue una muy buen alfa. También anunciaron una colaboración el día de hoy con Beeple, que es un artista bien conocido en el mundo de los NFTs, para toda la gente que tenga gift codes. Así que eso está muy bueno. Pero lo que más me gustó de cuando Gary estaba cerrando ya en la conferencia, dijo cosas muy bonitas. Dijo que tenemos que, las personas que somos felices, o cuando estamos felices, cuando estamos muy bien, hacer que esa felicidad y ese positivismo sean más fuertes, subirle el volumen, digamos. ¿Por qué? Porque la negatividad siempre suena más fuerte que la positividad, el positivismo. Lo que te voy a decir a ti es, para cerrar también mi blog, es que si eres una persona feliz, o por lo menos estás feliz una buena parte de tu tiempo, que aproveches esos momentos de no solamente poner ahí afuera cosas positivas y bonitas, sino que cuando veas personas en el mundo real o en las redes sociales tristes, negativas, que están sufriendo, les des amor, les des positividad, les des compasión, les des amabilidad. Todas las características, los atributos que Gary Vee admira tanto, y que por eso los VeeFriends tienen esos nombres. Espero que hayas disfrutado de esta serie de vlogs. Si ha sido así, déjame un comentario ahora, dale me gusta al video. Y recuerda, el próximo año voy a estar haciendo un concurso, voy a estar regalando 1 o 2 entradas, todavía no sé cuántas, pero voy a estar regalando entradas a VEECON entre mi comunidad. Si me sigues en YouTube, en Instagram, en Facebook, pronto te vas a enterar de más detalles. Te mando un abrazo, gracias por tu apoyo y espero verte aquí el próximo año. Nos vemos en el próximo video. Chao.